everyone, so this is a video on oils for your oily skin. I really wanted to do this video because I found out that I really use a lot of different oils for my body, and it's kind of strange to think about that. I have really oily skin and I'm using oils to combat a lot of those problems with my oily skin. So it's strange to think about, and most people think it might be making me break out or something, but it doesn't. It's really beneficial to use oils on your skin, and I'm going to talk to you about different oils that can really help scarring, acne, oiliness, broken lesions on your skin, and combat dryness. You can use these oils on your hair, on your face, on your body, and you can also use them to cook with. So it's a lot of different things you can use these oils with, and I thought it was really cool to do a video on this. So let's get started. So first off, I'm going to talk about coconut oil, and I have it in this very large tub. I bought this at Sam's. It's extra virgin cold pressed coconut oil. Now, cold press is really important. Organic and extra virgin are really important too. But buying an oil that's cold pressed is much more better for your skin than buying one that's not. Cold press just basically means when they store it, that they don't cook it off. They don't cook off those nutrients you need. When you buy a cold pressed product, it means that all the nutrients are still intact, all the essential oils are still intact, and it's not going to have, it's not going to be left with a bunch of additives. So it's important to get organic because it's not going to have a bunch of additives and chemicals, that preservatives and all those kind of things. And it's important to get cold pressed because it's going to have all the nutrients intact and all the essential oils intact. So this basically means you're going to get a better product if you use one that's cold pressed and one that's organic. So long story short, get cold pressed, get organic. It's important. It might be a little bit more extra money, but it will be more beneficial than getting one that's not. So speaking of coconut oil, I use coconut oil for my body, for my hair, for my skin, for cooking. Cooking sounds kind of weird. Why would you use this for cooking? It sounds very strange, but I recently watched a video on Dr. Oz. He talked about how coconut oil is much more beneficial to use rather than using olive oil or castor oil or peanut oil. It's just much more healthier for you. I forgot exactly why it was much better for you, but I remember he talked about how it's more lean and it's not gonna help. It's gonna help your body absorb the better fats for your body. So I'm not really sure on every single detail on cooking and how it's better for you, but I've noticed that it's much more cleaner. I feel a lot more healthier, and I don't feel as greasy and sluggish when I use coconut oil to cook with than when I use, peanut oil or something. So I always cook with coconut oil, and the only thing I think it doesn't taste weird with is eggs. Eggs are the only thing I don't like to cook coconut oil with because sometimes you can taste the sweetness. But other than that, I cook it with potatoes, I cook it with beef, I cook it with turkey, chicken, anything. It's just really good to cook with. So on to hair. I use coconut oil also for my hair. I use it as a mask. It's really important to separate coconut oil for when you're cooking and when you're using it for your hair. Mainly because you don't want to be using the same tub when you're cooking and when you're using it for your hair, because then you might get some other foods in your hair and in your body, and that's just not that great. So what I do when I first got that coconut oil tub is I separated it. So I put some of it into like a small glass container for when I cook, and I put the rest of it in some this spray bottle here that I got at Walgreens. Now this is really important to use mainly because I really love to use it on my hair. It just smells so great when you use it, and your hair becomes so soft, so silky, so smooth, and it actually helps mend some of your split ends. Now that sounds really crazy a claim, but I feel like it really has been helping my hair get much more smoother and a lot more, mended. It doesn't feel as, rough. Ever since I dyed my hair has become a little bit more jagged, a little bit more rough at the ends, and I started using coconut oil on top of it as a mask overnight. And it's just been working magic on my skin. I just feel so excited to talk to you guys about this. I'm running out of saliva. But how I use it. I use it to leave in as a mask, as I said earlier. But the way I use it is I spray my hair from ears to the tips, and I leave it on overnight. So I put my hair in a ponytail. I just spray it all like this along the hair until it's like drenched in coconut oil. Then I put it in a bun and sleep. And then when I wake up in the morning, I take a shower like normal, and I use shampoo and conditioner. And when I get out of the shower, my hair just feels so much silkier, so much smoother, just looks so much shinier and radiant and just so gorgeous. It just really helps. And I've only used it about 4 times, but I've really noticed a big difference. And can I say it's really important to buy a spray bottle. It's just so much more handier. Your hands don't get full of oil when you're trying to handle with it. It's just so much more cleaner and more better to use a spray bottle. So once again, I got this at Walgreens for $1.30, and it's working great. Moving on. The next oil is tea tree oil. Now, tea tree oil is not as popular as coconut oil, but it is so much more beneficial for acne prone skin. I love tea tree oil. This one was one I got at Walmart, and it's like a Mexican brand. You can find it like in the like Hispanic, I guess like oils and stuff. There's a lot of like places where I live here in South Texas. There's a lot of like places like that in Walgreens and CVS and Walmart where they have like little kiosks of like Mexican products. So this one is by De La Cruz, and it's 100% pure and natural tea tree oil. Now, tea tree oil can be very, very rough. You don't want to use this if you have very, very sensitive skin because it can irritate it. It does tingle a bit only because tea tree oil is a natural antiseptic. So what it does is it actually kills off a lot of bacteria in the skin. The way I like to use this is I get a little cotton Q-tip and I put a little bit into the bottle, and then I just rub it onto the area that is infected, or I have an open pimple or something, and that really just sucks up all the bacteria, all the oils, and just cleans it up really well. And when I wake up in the morning, because I do it at night, when I wake up in the morning, my like blemish is like completely healed. It just looks so gorgeous and it works so amazing. Now that's one way to use it. The second way I use it is I put it a little bit into a spray bottle like the one before. Now in the spray bottle, it's not just tea tree oil in here, it's also witch hazel. Witch hazel is a really good antiseptic as well, but it's not an oil, so obviously I don't really talk about it. But what I do is I mix a little bit of tea tree oil, you can see the mixture, the oil's on top, and I also mix a little bit of witch hazel, and I just shake it up, and I can just spray it just like this on my skin whenever I want to refreshen my skin, whenever I want to tone my skin. It's just really, really good to use. You can spray this on your pillow, you can spray it on your brushes, you can spray it on your hands, you can spray it on your face. What it really is a natural antibacterial in a way. It's really, really good for your skin, and it's just going to kill off any bacteria on whatever you spray it on. So it's just a really great way to use it, and it's really affordable. All you need is a little bit of witch hazel and a little bit of tea tree oil, and you can use this spray, refreshener, toner on your skin or on anything really, because it's all organic and all natural, and it's going to kill off that bacteria. So the third oil is no big surprise. Everybody loves this stuff. This is Argan Oil by Josie Marin. It's 100% pure organic moisturizer. Now this stuff is really great for everything. It's like kind of like coconut oil, but you can't cook with it. You can use this on your hair, you can use it on your face. Only thing is I actually like to use the coconut oil more than the argan oil. What I actually use this for is my elbows. Sometimes I get really dry on my elbows and I don't like the feeling of it, especially when I travel. My elbows get a little bit dry. So what I do is I just put a little bit of drops in my hand and I just pull a little bit on my elbows. And also on cracked heels. This works really good if you have cracked heels. Argan oil just helps suck in that moisture and keep it in place. So I like to use the argan oil on my cracked heels if I ever get them, and on elbows. So it's like really good for really severely dry skin. So yeah, that's a really good oil. Fourth oil, which is one of the newest oils that I've really, really found and love for acne scarring, is rosehip oil. Once again, this is organic and cold pressed. So it's important to get these cold pressed and organic if you can get them. But this one is rosehip oil. It's Australian certified organic cold pressed rosehip oil. This is kind of controversial though. I read a lot of reviews on how it broke out people, and I also read a lot of reviews how it helped heal scars really well. So I just kind of took a gamble and tried it out. I was kind of skeptical because I saw so many reviews from people who had acne prone skin and how it broke them out and just really made it really bad. And I also saw some really great reviews on how people said it really, really healed their scars and removed a lot of their scars and just kept their skin really gorgeous and hydrated. So I just took the gamble and was like, you know what, all these other oils have been working great for me, I'm going to try this out. And I love it. I've been trying it out for the past week, and it hasn't broken me out, which is really, really awesome. The way I use this though is in very, very small amounts. I don't like to spread it all over my face because it's not like tea tree oil where you can just put it all over your face and it'll just clean your skin really well. Rosehip oil works as more of like an exfoliant. What it does is it helps kind of remove and help skin cell turnover really, really well and really slowly. So it works over time. It's not going to do it automatically, but it's going to do it over time. So the way I use this, I get a cotton Q-tip, and what I do is I put a little bit, it has a little dropper in here, and I get a little bit of that and I pour it onto the little Q-tip, and I put a little bit onto the scars. I make sure not to put this on any kind of open blemish or active acne. I just put it on really old scars, parts of my skin where I know that I'm not going to break out there. I'm just going to get rid of those scars, and it tends to be along my cheek area here and like a little bit on my chin, and I use very, very little of it. It's also important to put this on when your skin is like wet, not like wet but a little bit slick. So what I tend to do is I spray the witch hazel and the tea tree oil all over my skin just to get my skin really, really moist and damp, and then I put a little bit on a Q-tip and I put that on those scars. And I've noticed that it really helps keep my skin hydrated overnight. I don't typically use a moisturizer all the time because my skin is oily, but using these oils has really kept my skin really, really hydrated without having to put any moisturizers on. So I love rosehip oil. If you feel like your skin is fine and you don't think it's going to break out, then that'll be fine. Use rosehip oil. But if you feel like your skin is going to break out if you use this oil, then don't try it. All I'm saying is if you do think that your skin is fine and you don't need to worry about it, try it out because it does work magic. And last product for oil is baby oil. Baby oil is really, really popular. People have been using it forever. My mom's been using it forever. You might think like, okay, why would you need to use baby oil? You have all these other oils. But what I actually use this for is my eyes. I use it to remove waterproof mascara. The reason why I started using baby oil to remove my eye makeup is because I was spending so much money on like the Almay cleansing pads, on Lancome eye makeup remover. It's just so expensive to use all those products every single night like I do. So what I did is I tried this out because my mom was talking about how she's been using it forever and you know she doesn't know why I spent so much money on this. So I was like, you know what, Mom, I'm just going to try it out. $1.50 for this small bottle will last you like 2 months. And you just need a very small amount and it just breaks down all of the waterproof mascara, all of the makeup, and just removes it like that. So I love baby oil to remove eye makeup. It's just been my holy grail. I've been using it forever and these bottles are so inexpensive and you can find it everywhere, so you don't have to worry about that. All I do is put a little bit onto a cotton pad and I just hold it there for a couple of minutes and it just wipes away. So it's so much easier to use, so much more cheaper to use, and is great for taking off waterproof mascara. So I hope you guys enjoyed that and had a great time watching. I hope I wasn't talking too fast. I'm just so excited to show you guys these products. I've been holding on to them for so long and I really wanted to show you guys how great they are for your skin. I'll put all the products in the below bar. I've been being really good and been doing that a lot recently. So all the products and what they're beneficial for will be below. I'll try to find a bunch of reviews that I found on them so you can see for yourself, so you can do a little bit of research on your own. I think using oils for your skin is so much better than using a lot of stripping astringents and stripping chemicals and creams on your skin. These products are natural, they're organic, and people have been using them for centuries. I mean, Egyptians used rosehip oil to remove their scars, to moisturize their skin. Tea tree oil has been used for decades with shamans all over the world to clean up infected wounds. This stuff is just all natural, all organic, and will do the job. So if you feel like you're up to using oils for your oily skin, do it, because I think it's the greatest thing ever. And yeah, so once again, I'll put the products below and I'll put some of the reviews that I found on them below so that you can do your own research and see how your skin works with it. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Thumbs up this video if you liked it and leave a comment talking about how if you've used these oils and if you love them as much as I do. So thanks so much for watching. See you soon. Bye.